Alright, here we go. First time videoing. Bear with me. Been meaning to do this video for a while. Luther at Yattacked, huge help on this build. I just want to show you what you can do with his stuff. Decided to originally try to make a dashboard like we've seen all in the videos, a straight one with the riser blocks. Wasn't obviously going to use the two pieces of wood there, but just trying to get a different idea and heights. Didn't like how it was working out, what I wanted to do with it. So I got myself some starboard. First disclaimer, I've only been working with plastics for about a week, maybe two. And my whole career I've been a cabinet and furniture maker. And I was really apprehensive about what you could do with it, what you can't do with it. This particular product you don't want to do a lot of gluing with. Everybody I've talked to has had tragic failures with glue. So you either want to weld it, which I played with a little bit. Horrible, horrible tragedy. And then I decided to do some bending with it and some heat gun. I basically stole an old heat gun off a tool I had for doing some wooden edge banding, and I heated it up. Basically, I just took a form that I had made from scraps in the shop here, and as you can see here, it's just knocked off at a 45-degree angle, and I basically put the piece in here flat, clamped it. The reason for these cuts is so you can clamp it at this angle to 90 degrees right here, so you can clamp it 90 degrees to one another. And I found that I just used scrap pieces of plywood. Once you get it to a heating temperature, which basically you're going to bend it and it's going to start to give, and then all of a sudden it's going to come to a nice give. But as I've left these sharp corners, you can see that was problematic. I probably should have radiused this. I think this is just this here is the prototype. I think I'll do about 1.5 inch radius in here and here. See how that works out. This here is going to be the transducer arm, still working on that. But the beauty of this whole system that Luther has come up with is, you'll notice we got gear tracks here, mighty mounts, more gear track over here, and your options are whatever you want to come up with. Work great for hold down points. That just drops in. I'm not looking for it. I'm not fumbling around for it, which is one of the most frustrating things when you're out on the water. You're supposed to be out there enjoying yourself, and now you're going nuts trying to find things. The black pack works out great. Right now I'm just holding all my pieces and parts as I'm doing the build. Just works out fantastic. This whole kayak can be stripped down with 8 bolts. They're all fitting right here on the gear track, the whole seating assembly. We've made a storage compartment so you're not reaching over your shoulder trying to get your tackle. Goes under there. Plan on putting some bungees there to hold it back. Here we got the camera mounts. Plan on trying to do one on the side for some landing shots as they're still in the water coming up to the boat. See how that works out. And of course, huge taboo, I have put a motor on my kayak. I know the haters are out there going, dear God, what have you done? You're missing the whole point. I don't care, the fish are on the other side of the lake. I want to get there now. Of course, problematic with the rod holders on the back of the black pack, sorry Luther. So I've rigged this, again, real simple. I got the hold down bolts and the handles from Luther, bang, no problem. This is a 12-foot Frontier from New Canoe. They make recesses for your mighty mounts. They will not work here because they're not thick enough. So I planned on making some 1/4 inch risers. Told Luther about it. And of course, Luther in true Luther fashion, within a couple of days, what shows up at my door but a pack of risers. Boom. he's got the answer for you. Like I said, this whole thing gets stripped down to there, 2 volts there. That whole assembly comes off. Plan on making a battery pack for under here. So everything's connected. I undo those 4 bolts. This comes with me. I'm not leaving all my stuff on my boat. When I have a situation where I have some very good friends that are nice enough to let me leave their boat at the dock. This whole seat arrangement with the tackle storage underneath, 4 bolts. If you do run into some problem where you need longer bolts, which I have seen on the forums, these bolts here are actually toilet flange bolts that you will find where they have the wax rings for underneath the toilet. You can get them in brass, is what they usually are, so you can cut them off easily. Those are about 3 inches tall. That's about it. And more on the plastics. Real simple stuff to work with. Like I said, I was wicked apprehensive about it at first. Basically, all I'm using is basic woodworking tools. If you have any basic woodworking knowledge, you're good. This here, these are porta cable routers. I have the advantage that I do woodworking, so I have all this stuff. You can go down Harbor Freight Tool, get one of these for fairly cheap money. 90% of what I'm doing is with a 1/4 inch round over bit. This here is a patent bit. It's a spiral patent bit. You don't have to go with the spiral. You can go with a straight bit with the bearing on top. Basically, all that means is if you're making something that's a complicated shape or rounded, you want to get it just right, something like this, which is going to be the arm, you make it out of wood, any piece of scrap. The nicer you do on this job and sand and get this just right, that's how nice it's going to be. Any bumps and ridges you got on your pattern, they're going to transfer right to whatever material you're working to. Like I said, real simple stuff to work with. And like I said, no luck on the gluing. If you do have any luck, let me know. And that's it. Hope this is helpful to anybody. Take care.